Hey everyone, it's Kelly with Good Dogs Minnesota, and I'm going to go over really quickly some different options that we have for contact points. Just like with our collars, we have different options for contact points to create the best contact possible for different types of dogs, as well as comfort. E-collars, definitely not a one-size-fits-all type of a tool. So we have a lot of different options. Your standard contact points are these. These are 1/2 inch, and these are going to come on your actual receiver when you get the collar. Pretty standard size. And these actually work well for a lot of different dogs. There's those. And these are your slightly longer contact points. These work well with dogs that are a little bit larger, that have maybe a little more skin on their neck. I use these with my personal dog because he just has a lot of skin on his neck, and it's hard to get good contact with just these. Also, a dog with a longer coat. It's really important to have that contact with those types of dogs, because, for example, if we are working with our dog in a distracted environment and we know that we're going to maybe be dialing up on the collar, and the collar's sitting like this, or maybe it's it's not getting connection because of the hair and things like that, or our collar's not tight enough, and we are talking to our dog, we're calling our dog, we're using our e-collar, maybe we're dialing up because we don't think the dog can feel it, and then the dog turns his head, boom, we've got contact, right? And we could actually stim our dog a little bit higher than we want to, which is never ever good. So it's important to have the contact points that are good for your dog. These two are the standard. They'll come with your collar. These two are what we call comfort pads. So a lot of times we'll have dogs that, if dogs find the two prongs to be irritating, some dogs can actually get sores from the two prongs. We refer to them as pressure sores. So, and it happens from them being stuck like this for a long period of time, which is why we tell you guys to rotate your collars on a regular basis so the collar's not just stuck. Some dogs have irritation to the nickel that's in the metal tips of the collar, of the contact points. So we have comfort pads. This is actually for a short-haired dog, as you can see. And what it does is instead of creating the 2 points, it creates a 4, and it feels actually a lot different. If you actually test it out, you can feel it just feels, it just feels a lot more comfortable. This also will reduce the stim a tiny bit, so it's a good thing to keep in mind. These are from e-collar Technologies, and this one is for longer haired dogs. I used this one for a long time with my dog until the new wing ones came out. Again, creates a little more comfort, and we have less irritation with the dogs that way. Those are the comfort pads. And this one that looks scary is the new wing from e-collar Technologies. And this is actually the one for long hair. There is one for short hair that's a little bit different style. But this is the one that I have that I've used for my clients, and now I actually use it on my personal dog. These are amazing because what they do is they give us the ability to get good contact, especially with dogs that have bigger necks. They have, let's say, their skin. I'll smash my hand up here to make it look gross. If we've got dogs that have different skin type or levels of amount of skin on their neck, we can always have contact, and that's really good. And that gives them the ability to not have the collar so tight. We can actually have the collar a little bit looser, be more comfortable for the dog. These are I've started to use these a lot, and I'm really liking them. I really found that my dog's responding better, and also just to having the collar on him, I'm not seeing as much itching. One of my dogs particularly is very irritated by collars in general, and he's definitely much more comfortable since I put this on. So I know it looks horrible and you wouldn't think, but it truly does. It truly creates a lot more comfort for the dog. So these are the options that I have typically for my clients. There are absolutely more options. You can get 1-inch contact points for dogs that have very, very long hair. You can also there's also a comfort pad that actually is smaller than this for dogs that have very sensitive skin to any sort of pressure on the skin. And we also have hypoallergenic contact points, both in a standard size and in a micro size. And those are great for dogs that actually have a legit metal allergy and actually break out from the nickel on the skin. So, so those are the options we have. In your e-collar program, we talk more about that. We'll size the dog, figure out what works best for the dog and what is the ideal fit and contact point. So thanks for watching.